La la la, la la la, la la. This is Elitom Elamin talking from Botswana, Africa. And it's a beautiful day once again as we dive into the scriptures to go ahead and crack the riddles. The riddles, and if they are understood and understood, then and only then a person is able to take action to apply them, which we call wisdom. But first you need the knowledge, and the knowledge need to be understood or understood, because if you don't understand it or understand it, there's no way in the world you can apply it. So there's no way in the world you could be wise on this knowledge that we're talking about. And what we're going to talk about today is the 7 days of the creation process. That's in the book of Genesis. The 7 days of the creation process. Because there was a time when people looked at this, and there was the argument with religious people and scientists of the world, and they came out talking about the world was made in 7 days, and then somebody gave it a thing, said 6,000 years, a day means 1,000 years. But now we at an age where we got a lot more knowledge than that. Yeah, the earth been here a very long time. I was just at a place today here in Botswana, Matsing Footprints, and it's up here by Mashuti, Botswana. But what it is footprints of humans and animals on these rocks that date back from 10,000 years ago to 30,000 years ago. And then I was in another place in Fraserburg, same thing, different type of species. So this is amazing. There's a lot of history here. Matter of fact, up in Northern Africa, they call that the Jurassic Park. There's so much excavation that still need to be discovered. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, we've been here a long time, and a lot of stuff happened. But as we deal with this 7-day creation process, and we in an age where we've been talking about ascending, transforming, but it's hard for people to grasp it, even though they say, I believe it, in this human potential, because we humans are amazing. We do incredible things all the time. This mind is the greatest power as we know it. Oh man, this is good. But when they wrote this 7-day creation process in the esoteric schools of thought, they didn't mean it like how people was taking it. They gave you the keys on how to ascend and what to look for. And we're going to go through it step by step. Now, in your English language, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Let's translate. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And when you deal with this knowledge, heaven just means state of consciousness, and the earth means your body. So God created this mind in this body. There's a thing in science where they talk about the mind-body problem. And then we on the solar Breatharian knowledge is talking about a holistic lifestyle, which is the mind, body, and then we add in that word spirit or soul. But it's the mind-body connection, to act right, to be in harmony with. Here we go now. And God created that in the beginning. But who is God? Now in the Hebrew scriptures it says Bereshit bara Elohim. Elohim is plural, because in the Hebrew language, to make a word plural, you put im on the end of it. Like if I say I want, Annie wrote say, I want. But if I wants, I'll say Annie wrote seem. So you put the im on it instead of an S in the English language. So Elohim is plural. Now why did the translators just put in the beginning gods with an S on the end of it? But no, I would have told you a deeper truth. But keep in mind that God, G-O-D, because people say, I only believe in one God. In the esoteric schools of thought, God, G-O-D, is plural. Because when you deal with the Anglo-Saxon languages, see, God ain't been used by our ancestors. That word wasn't used. Nobody used it once upon a time on this planet. It came out about the 6th century. So that's why history is very important. And also the etymology of words. And then if anything, we could go back to the Germanic language, G-O-T-T. Or we could go to G-U-D, good, and play with the words. But then the definition is a group of or a flock of. That's why what it says, and God created man in his likeness and his image. Male and female, he created them. Male and female. So Adam just isn't a man image. No. It's a consciousness, an Adamic consciousness. It's both men and women. And that Elohim just isn't a group of men. The Elohim is the Adamites, we used to say it. I'm just playing with words. And Adam just goes back to Egypt, the Atum, A-T-U-M, or the Aten, A-T-O-N. Don't be scared of it. Look at it. This predates a lot of these religions people in, but we got to go back to break this code. And it's not, again, to jab at people's belief systems. But what it is, I'm about to give you some tools, hopefully. And if you understand it, you can apply it and get some results. Now, here we go. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's why Revelation it says, I saw a new heavens and a new earth, because the old one passed away. In other words, the mind you got now, you must transform it. And if the mind transforms, the body is going to follow. Do that make sense? That's all in the psychology right now. Today, we got more information than ever before. Change the mind, the body will change. Do changes to the body will help change the thoughts. Come on now. This is good. So this is all basic. It ain't spooky and hidden. But who is God again? In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. God is both you and I. That's a person or a group of people who said, in this beginning, there's going to be a new beginning now. I'm about to create a heaven and an earth, or recreate it, because the old one got to be done away with. It's causing too much pain and suffering. Oh, let's go into it. So we got that. That is the beginning when a person made up in their mind and they kind of found out that they got power. You do got creative power. Your thoughts is the creative power that all of us have. So this God, this mind, is going to create the heavens and the earth. Now, we go into the first day. And each day we go through, it'll show you where you at. Or you might not be on none of them, but you got a deeper understanding. So you could keep on all the way to the 7th day, and then we could start talking about the 8th dispensation of time and all that other stuff. But you ain't ready for that yet. So the first day, it says the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the deep. Ain't you made of mostly water? There was a spirit or an energy hovering over you. Now, let's make it make sense. Everybody has an electromagnetic field, an aura, energy coming off their body. There was a time 20 years ago, everybody didn't notice. Now, everybody kind of said, well, yeah, knowledge has increased. But that's the Spirit of God. It's hovering over you. But then it came in. That's why your first day, the first step, you have to learn energy work. You have to learn energy cultivation. It's value. It's investment. They do got the science of yoga out there. They do got the science of breath work. They do got the science of Tai Chi and Qigong. And they got all these other things dealing with visualization, your energy channels, your system. But you must learn energy work. Start making a ball with your hand, just like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? Feel it. Learn it. And cultivate yourself daily so you can make it into the first day. Daily. Usually when we talk about the breatharian knowledge, the solar breatharian knowledge, people start fasting right away. You ain't even go to the first day. And I always prove it to people. They say, well, you got me all the time. I was living, I thought I was meditating. I thought you know about it because you did it, but you didn't know the first day. Not until we really worked together. And you could say, man, okay, I feel this. But now it's up to you to maintain it because your energy field is your responsibility. It's not your teacher, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, the government. It's your responsibility. That's just the way it is. So you got to come into the first day and then let there be light. Nobody can tell you that but you. When you can really feel your energy ringing because you work with yourself. You are in the first day. Oh, man. Now let's go to the second day. The second day, it says something like, and he separated the firmament, called, and all this other stuff. Now, what is the firmament? The firmament, and I'm talking from a King James version. Now, in some versions, they'll use the word the sky. And what is the sky? The air, the atmosphere, the vapor sphere. We've been saying this. This is when you start learning about the power of what you're living in. First day, you learn about the light. Second day, you learn about the atmosphere, your environment that you're living in. You got to. You live in a bottom of gases, a mixture of gases. You're breathing it. It's going through you. It's all around you. Born into it. That's the matrix. So you got to learn about it. You're never disconnected. We're in the age of depression now where people running around thinking they all alone. You ain't never alone. This is just one big consciousness. That's why you got to go into the second day till you know it. And then once you know it, and it says, let's go back to the first day. God saw that the light was good, and it was good. Second day, God saw that it was good, then it's good. And who is God again? You should know it's good. You're measuring yourself. So you go into the second day and learn about the power of the air. First you learn about the light, then you go to the air. There is no reversal. Some people I be talking about the air sometimes. They can't understand what I'm saying because they don't know about the light. That's something, ain't it? Learn about the light. Get your energy ringing. Then learn about the air. Then we go into the third day. Talks about the dry land, the seas, the trees were created. What is that talking about? Now remember we said this is the earth? And talk about the seas and the trees. It's talking about the body. See, once you make contact with the light, once you start finding out the power of the air, the power of the breath, your body is going to kick on key in the third day. That's how you know you're getting more energy flow in the body. Not only you notice it, people around you will notice it. Your eyes will start getting clear. Your skin will start shining. You start feeling more energetic. You need less sleep because you're on a third day. And you enjoy it. You ain't even got to be hard on yourself. Just learn. Grow. Gradually and slowly. And once God saw that the third day was good, because the earth has gotten created, you can see your level of health came online from energy work, from connecting with the light. People call me, no, I want to be a breatharian, show me a breatharian. I say, you ain't say nothing about the light. I got to say it. You ain't say nothing about the light. I'm going to start fasting. I'm on my third day fasting. You ain't say nothing about the light. Oh, man. This is good, ain't it? First day. That's the first day. The light. Because the light is going to sustain you and keep you. Which is God. Which is a mind. First, the Spirit of the Lord was hovering. And then it came in and said, let there be light. You have a level where you can see. Second day, you start finding out that all of this is light. You live in an electromagnetic spectrum. Yes, this is science. Even now, I still talk to people, they hate science. And all it is mean knowledge. But then when I bring up the Gnostics, they'll be like, yeah, what do Gnostic mean? Knowledge. What did Da'ath mean in Hebrew? Knowledge. You can't run away from it. Not if you're on this path. You got to know some things, or you're going to be destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So you're going through the days. First day, the light. Second day, the air, the atmosphere, the breath. The third day, the earth come online. Of course it's going to come online. Then you're going to go to the fourth day. This is good. The sun, moon, and the stars was created. Now you start learning about natural laws. Everybody is in them. I don't care what you own, what you have, what your name is, what the color of your skin is. When the sun comes out, it activates certain things in the body. When the lunar energies come out, it activates, and you live in it, in a cycle. The sun, moon, and the stars. You start learning the truth about the energy that's going straight up and down your spinal cord. Yoga been telling you that. The Shushuma and the Inga and the Pingala and all this other stuff. Now we know it's the fascia and all. I mean, you got to learn it. That's the foundation. You lose. Just for me to talk, I need energy. To walk, to sit, to sleep. That's your existence. And the more you have flowing in your body smoothly, the more you can do. Bottom line. You can't buy your way out of this one. So you got to go into now the fourth day. You'll learn about the set times and cycles that you are bound by natural law. Now let me tell you about natural law. You cannot violate natural law. You cannot violate natural law. Now, you could go against it. That's what we call sin. But you can't break it. So this is why they got that term karma. You know, dealing with cause and effect. It's just mean action. And karma don't means negative either. It just is. And what most people's problem is, the reason why they don't know the power of natural law, because Psalms 119 and Psalms, when you do the words, it means lamps, a light again. The law is perfect. And see, just because it don't punish you right away for violating it, people think they could, get away with it. But it don't work like that. There was a good meme where I had a man did something and he hit these dominoes. But he's laughing, but the dominoes made a big turn, and he don't know what's going to hit him in his back. It could be years later, a decade later. But you're under and bound by natural law. All of us is. Our thoughts is the first phase of physical manifestation. You live in an ocean of energy, and even when that energy field is pumping off you, it's pumping off your thoughts just like a broadcast station. When you start noticing this more and more, you're going to start, woo! Because everybody is creating their reality. Woo! Oh, man, that's why they be by fear of the Lord. But it's you. But you start coming in recognizing who you are. Powerful being. But we're all bound by these laws, and it's good. Because that is true justice. See, in the court system of the world, you got enough money, you know somebody, you can bribe your way out, but not these laws. And not only is govern each and every individual, also whole kingdoms, whole civilizations, all of this stuff. Oh, this is good. So when you notice it, you won't even start blaming nobody no more. Yeah. You start caring about just this thought. So that's when you are in the fourth day. Now, the fifth day is a good one. It talks about creatures being created of the seas and the skies. This is good. Now, listen at this one closely. That's because you do live a symbiotic relationship with other organisms. Yeah, you do have microbiome in your gut. Microbiome in your gut. But now, microbiome is, they deep, boy. There's so many of them that even on the research now, they got like a few thousand that they identified, but they ain't even scratched the surface. But the microbiome in your gut do change over based on how you're feeding or what's going into your body. The microbiome, which is this bacteria, many of them feed off of radiation. So when you start getting more light into the system, you're going to get microbiome in the gut that will complement it. Now, some people will say, well, what you need them for if you ain't eating nothing? You don't live in a clean environment. You swallow bugs, you swallow dirt. I was swimming and seawater went on in there. You ain't got to be scared of it. But you got things that will help you in the gut based on the vibration of the body that you're in. So the 5th day, you'll hit the 5th day where you stop being scared because you went through the other days. You got energetically stronger. That's why I say I don't talk against vitamins and minerals, or when we say you need to eat this and need to eat that. If you ain't never make it to the 1st day, 2nd day, 3rd day, right, that's another body. But when you get on this and you start getting into the 5th day, you start looking at things for what they really is, the energy, the light, the fullness of it. Because if you want more, you go meditate more. Yeah, you relax more. You get rid of the stress out of your body more. And going back to those thoughts, you stop causing stress on the body. Not just through what you put in a body, but even on how you react to other people. This is something, ain't it? Everything tensions up the body. And we're in the age now, do mental thoughts, can it make the body sick? Absolutely. All that negativity thinking, if you want to be on this journey, you got to change it. Oh man, so you can make it into the 5th day. So the microbiome and the symbiotic relationship you have with other organisms, the organisms all in your bed, all over the house, it ain't like they going nowhere. However, there'll be another relationship based on the beingness there. Or are we saying this? So now, let's go into the 6th day. Then God created the animals. And finally, humans. And he made them in their likeness, in their image. This is the big one. God made man in his light. There's no separation. This is when your perception opens up. This is when you can see on the 6th day. Isn't it just your 6th chakra? The 6th day. You can see. What do you see? Well, I started off by saying the Elohim, the gods, the Adamic civilization, that's all one word. It's me and you. You can see not only that you are this creative force, other people are too, and other animals. From an elephant, a dog, all the way down to a mosquito. Matter of fact, we was walking through the bush today. You know, we was getting stickers on us from the plants. We start talking to the plants. Right. They hear you as living beings. You start seeing everything as God. We say it all the time, but the average person just can't see it. That's okay. So it ain't no debate. You just can't see it. There is a thing called spiritual blindness. But when you make it into the 6th day, but you will never make it into the 6th day if you don't start from the 1st day. Actually, if you don't start from the beginning, make it up your mind and say, hey, I'm going to create the heavens and the earth. The beginning. 1st day, the light. 2nd day, the breath. 3rd day, the earth. 4th day, set times and cycles, the natural laws, and they do work. They're guaranteed. That's why all those promises in the Bible, Psalms 119, longest psalm in the Bible, all it talks about is the perfection of the law. Now, if it's so perfect, how did it get changed all of a sudden to a belief system? That should tell you something right there. What, they didn't work? It's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. It governs everything. They even got this show I was watching called The Science of Stupid. Where it shows some people will see something on TV. That's why you always got to put warning labels. Oh, don't try that. You know, don't do that. Because the person made it look easy. And they tried and they ended up actually killing themselves. That's why it's the science of stupid. But they recreate how they got killed or what they tried to recreate, but they didn't know the little techniques of science on how things were working to pull that off. That's why the Breatharian journey is so scary. When people say, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it. You don't even know in detail, because especially what I told you, nobody talks about the light. They just talk about the food, fasting, putting tape on it on steel. They ain't even talk about meditation, how they grew. And then when I break out decades, it'll take decades. Huh? But if you got any age on your decade, go fast. That ain't nothing in this creation. You're immortal. That's why death will be swallowed up in victory. But you'll never see it if there's not a beginning. There's a first day, second day, third day. You don't even see it. Well, who want to live there? It ain't no debate. Oh man, we just going through the days. That's why it was written. Now, so the sixth day, your perception opens up. You start seeing everything as God. So if your perception changed to see that, you're going to start behaving differently. That's why I see some people now, I'm going to get so-and-so back. I'm going to run them under the table. Oh, they can't see, even though they're talking spiritual. You can't see. Or you wouldn't have did it. All you're doing is going to hurt yourself because karma going to get you. Oh, man, this is good, ain't it? Somebody got to tell you it's natural laws. The sixth day. Now let's go into the seventh day. How did they say this? That's a day that's holy, a day that's sanctified. Some people call it the Sabbath day. That's why I always tell people, where do I begin on the journey? One day. See, that is the day you start off to connect with the light. See how it grows full circle? It ain't like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A circle. So you need you a day, like people ask me, what did you first do to get on this journey? I had to make myself some time. Huh? Because before, all my time and all my thoughts and all my energy was for survival. And I thought I was nice just because I'm helping other people, but I'm not even taking care of myself. Ain't a lot of people like that now. So I had to give myself some time. This day is me. Not in the selfish way, it's me and the light. That's why I said it like that. The Elohim. And Bereshit Elohim just means new knowledge. See, humanity came across the power of their mind in the past. Somebody came with the power of the mind. That's very powerful. They know what it can do. They know how it can be manipulated. They know how to shut it down. And that's when they talk about secret societies and stuff, that's the people who's running the world now. Stupid people is not running the world. And all they doing is got everybody violating natural laws because you don't know them. If only if I had this, I have it made. No, you don't. No, that ain't the big pie. But somebody thousands of years ago, a group of people, the Elohim, or the Nephilim, and all these other names, it's all the same beings. And they saw the daughters of men and saw that they was fair and they came down. And y'all try to blame it on aliens. No, those is people. Now, I do seem like alien knowledge. Because they could do things way more than you can when you know how to use natural laws and how they work and how you connect it to a person who don't. This is an alien to you. Oh, man. This is good, ain't it? Shut down. So now you're going into the seventh day. You need a day. And if any fasting day should be, that should be the day. Back up from the table. That day. And not only back up table, if there's any day you're going to meditate, because I know how life is. Everybody talk about, I'm meditating, I'm doing this. Life could catch you up, boy. You got work, family obligations, relationships, friends. Then you got what? Grocery shopping, clean the house, do this, help this person, or you need help with the life will catch you up. Don't act like you in no monastery nowhere. Not if you're starting out on this knowledge, that's why they roll it like this. Start out with that one day so it can grow from there. And one day is powerful. Nobody cares. I just did a week. And you sitting up there looking anorexic and stuff. But you ain't go to the beginning nor the first day. It shows. So now you're in the seventh day. Now listen what they say. And that's when God finished all his works. See, that's why there's a thing called when speakers be out and they are a researcher. That means that you're really not a searcher or a seeker. You're researching. then everything's already been created. It's already here. It's already here. You're just rediscovering stuff, researching it. That's why this civilization just didn't pop up out of nowhere. It's on top of the other ones. It cannot get all the credit whatsoever. So all of that, even that psychological stuff that this group is better than this group, All nations had their time to rule, and all of them made this together. Because there's not one person or one group that's fully creating this reality. That's not how it works. That's not natural laws. It's an agreement. Whether if it was deceived upon, ignorance, or you want a piece of pie too. That's how it's working. Until you wake up to this and change the tables and go back to the light. This message is sending you straight back to the light. Not, I want to be this, I want to be, straight to the light. You know, you're going to get cleaned up till you stay up under it long enough. Don't worry about it. Now, check this out. So, he finished all his works and rested. That means peace came about. And they say he finished all his works and then he, fell in love. We use that word love, but it's loosely. You don't know what love is. Peace has a higher frequency than love. Why is that? Because if you're in warfare and you ain't at peace, how can you love? When the war stops, then you could go into peace. And then you can love. But there's a war within taking place. Don't we say your mind could be your worst enemy? People know that now. My mind is my worst enemy. Or your mind could be your best friend. So going back to that word God again, because some people will say, yeah, you're using that word God, but that's dog spelled backwards. I said, well, that's even esoteric knowledge. The dog is the only animal on this planet for thousands of years, even up to today, to hold the title as man's best friend. So it's all right. It's okay. Man's best friend. Anybody watching this broadcast, even if you ain't a dog lover, give you a puppy, you'll feed him, he'll grow up and he will not leave you. That dog will be faithful than your spouse or your relationship you're in now. So if they did say, well, we took the word God and made the dog backwards for a joke, they picked the right animal for it. Oh, man. I'm just saying. Stop being so negative. Don't use nothing at all. See why it's used. And don't worry about the wording. It's the intent coming from the heart and the soul. And you applying this knowledge and go into it. The Elohim, the gods, plural, people. Even when you read the scriptures, angels, those are people. There's people. But it's just people at different levels of knowledge. Everybody's not on the same level of knowledge. There is levels and degrees. It ain't no, because I hear some people say, I'm tired of this level and degree, because they shout out, but they're kind of shouting out because they're stuck at a certain level or degree. And they don't say, well, I never met nobody could do this and do this, do this. Well, what's wrong with you when you can't see them? That's the question you should ask yourself. Because then the scriptures say, at no given time, I will not have a representative on the earth. So if you can't see a representative, you can't see. It ain't got nothing to do with natural laws of creation because somebody is here teaching it. You can't hear. That's why Deuteronomy 6:4, hear, O Israel, hear. That's actually the first commandment. You got to hear first, hear the message. Whoever hear the spirit of let them hear what the spirit's saying. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Israel and God is one. Now let's get in deeper into it. Deuteronomy 32:8. Listen at this. When the Most High, whatever we want to call it, just the Most High, divided the nations their inheritance. You mean there's an inheritance? Yeah. The world is yours. This reality. When he separated the sons of Adam with an S. The sons of Adam. This in Deuteronomy. I thought Adam was over with in Genesis. The sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. The sons of Adam, with an S, is Israel. And what was Adam? In the east. That's where he was placed at. But east in metaphysical knowledge mean also the front of the body. We could go all day long. But Adam and Israel is connected. In Israel, metaphysical knowledge is Isis, the female. Ra, the solar. Energy, the light. Radiance, radar, radio, R-A, Ra. El, the Elohim. God, electricity. Elder, election. Elevated. Israel, it's just a mind. Sons of Adam, they're all one. No separation. So that's why in the beginning again, once you get this message, you can hear, oh, I can make a beginning. Yeah, you got the tool to do it. Then you go into day one. I'm going to learn everything there is to know about energy work and cultivation that I possibly can. And I must understand it. And I must go into it. Right. Till it's good. Let there be light. Bring it into the system. Everybody's bringing in different. Everybody's like a light bulb, but some light bulbs glow more than others. We ain't talking about just because you put lotion and Vaseline and cocoa butter on you. We ain't talking about that glow. Oh, man. We talk about some natural stuff. Energy work. Working. You can even feel it coming off of you. Chi, Jing, Shin. All these words. So Israel, Adam. And let me get this one for you. Going back to that. Sanctified seventh day. We ain't done yet. So in Isaiah 58, 13 and 14, listen at this. And I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. Just by keeping that day of peace when you rested, when you have a full day, when you ain't thinking about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your job, your money, your business. If you really caught up on that every day, this knowledge ain't for you. Serious. Yeah, but I got this. Well, take care of that first. And we ain't saying don't do nothing at all. That's why you need one day. As a matter of fact, you should put everybody in check around you. Don't call me this day. Where you going to be at? With the Lord, myself, the God was in me, the Most High. So I could go turn on the lights. You worked 6 days, here we go at the 7th. You was working. We don't mean a regular day, 7-day work week. We do, but we don't. We talk about the dispensation of time. You got to work to learn what the light is. And it don't have a name. Stop that. I'd be like, here we go again. As soon as the person started talking about, do you believe in something? Oh, God. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm one of the Elohim you talking to. Elitom Elamin. There we go. So now, if we invest ourselves as we should, an investment. That's what sacrifice means. A sacrifice means, yes, you could be doing other things, but I'm making a sacrifice, and I'm putting my investment here. Those of you who know money language, my money's going here. That's what I'm investing in. I'm putting everything in a pot. Here we go. We're going to invest here. And we will turn from our own affairs and call this day a delight and honor this day. Now, if you first beginning, you ain't going to like it. Some people don't even like being with themselves. And I'll be talking to them. I just can't do it. Well, do half a day. You got to talk easy. What type of fast should I do? Well, you never fasted before. Do juice. Do better. Do something different than you was doing before. But try to get your mind focused on energy work, light work, cultivation, transformation, rest, peace, gratefulness. Is this making sense? So, and call this day a delight. In other words, you'll get to the point. I remember when my Sabbath day was coming, my personal Sabbath day was coming back around. It don't matter what went on. I was like, oh, I can't wait. Yeah, 'cause you got negative people, you got people here, energy vampires, you running from this person, and oh man, all this stuff going on. You know, life goes on. It ain't stopping just because you talk about you going to transform. As soon as I make it into that day, I shut down all of that. I'll deal with it when I come out, but I'm rolling right now. Your personal space. To get this up and running for some ascension. Don't think you're going to be running around. And I run into people like that. I be giving out all this information. Yeah, I was fasting, but I had to do my grocery shopping and this and that. I said, oh, you ain't got this. Your mind is somewhere else. It's the light. It ain't got nothing to do with the food or fasting. It's the light. Every spiritual master on this planet that's known to have a big energy got it through meditation. And the ones you know were still eating. It was through meditation. It's just that we upgraded now. I told you we're coming out with a powerful light team. Now listen at this. Isaiah 58, 13 and 14. Then the Lord himself will grow increasingly. You mean the Lord will grow? Who they talking about? You. Me. You will grow in the midst of the people. You ain't got to run away nowhere. Grow. Dealing with karma, people laughing because you went through this and that, and don't worry about it. They're under karma too. Grow. Stay in there. Just keep growing. And after a while, they're going to look and be like, man, he's still carrying on. You set an example. Keep growing. It's better to break a precept than to give up altogether. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's wisdom. So, but a fool, you get counsel from a fool, you need to quit. You need you doing it. Because they jealous. You keep growing. Because a wise person will tell you, hey, you broke a precept, that's cool. You need to sit down for a minute, catch your breath, it's okay. But stay in there. Oh man, you're going to be glad you did as years go past. That the Lord himself will grow increasingly to be our delight. See, right now you don't love the light. That's why nobody's talking about it. It's easy to blame another entity. Well, my Savior is this, that's my God. You do it because you're afraid of the light. We might as well admit it. You don't really believe what you believe. You're the light. You can't hide it up in the old table either. You got to fess up to it. Sooner or later, you're bound by natural laws. So you might as well become in alignment and in tune with them. Get it off your chest. Oh, man. And it will grow until it become a delight. And then that's when every day become a Sabbath. You love that day so much, it spreads into the other days. Then you learn how to handle people more. You can be anywhere. The light is coming. The vibration is coming. And it got high. It ain't going to the left or the right no more. But it starts out with that one day. The Sabbath day. Which puts you in the beginning again. Which puts you on the first day. It's a cycle. But the book of Genesis the whole Bible is an esoteric book. It's written in 7 different levels. Most people read it at the first or second level. That's it. So I'm just revealing to you that 7 days in Genesis, beginnings, that's 7 days, that's the ascension process. You go through those days and watch these transformations. Your perception on the 6th day changes. You can see everybody's God. What should we say? The 2nd day, when you start seeing the power of the breath, your breath start getting back into your gut and all this other stuff. You know, you can breathe more freely and you don't feel all this tension. You done removed it, all this other stuff. Then you start learning about your energy channels, your chakras, and find out that they real. You start doing energy work on yourself. Because ain't no use to try to heal other people if you can't heal yourself. So I hope this makes sense. The 7 days of creation of the process. The process for what? Just come into the light, not to become this and this. Stop that. Because when you do that, that's even a desire that you might not even like it. Because you got to grow into it. So it's sort of like you're in this pool or pond. And there's something out there and you keep trying to grab it. But you're making so much ripples and waves it's going further and further from you. That's what people fell in it. But when you learn to relax into the pool or pond, pretty soon it will float to you. That's why the masters used to say back in the day, the yogic masters, don't chase the power. The power will come to you when you're ready, and that's when you'll really appreciate it. Peace and blessings. I hope you got a lot out of this. Love you, and keep up the good work.